Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys would all just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart spaces at this time. Woo! How's everybody doing today? Well, I am, tomorrow is the A8 portal, and there's going to be a huge flux of energy that's coming in. Solar flares as well. So something about lights, electricity flickering. You might get a little nauseous or feel a heavy kind of anxiety. A couple things that I was guided to say was, because you're doing the A8 portal and then the next day is the full moon. I tried to put a meditation video together. I have it halfway done, so I'm gonna try to put it out tomorrow, but we'll see. Something about before the full moon, find your center or your peace and ask the universe to show you the truth, okay? I did this today and I was at the beach, and then I wanted to fall asleep, but I wasn't really tired. I was just trying to soak in the energy and kind of find my balance, and I did that. I said, I want to know the truth. And I was in full alignment, and all the girls around me were talking about how the masculine men need to grow up. So something about that is significant. I kind of thought that was funny. So basically what's happening is a lot of the masculine men are going to time jump around the 8th and this full moon. It's going to bring endings, mainly more so for the masculine energies, because the feminine energies, I just got one of my wish fulfillments today, and mine always come in threes. So, and when I just said that, I saw the numbers 222. Twos are all about partnerships. So I'm starting to see like the things that I'm putting out to you guys, it's actually resonating in my life. So before I started this reading, I was being guided to a couple of cards before I started, and the card said, as I rise, I'm going to see the ones that were against me fall, okay? Because right now I'm in a group, let's say a group of community, and it's my work community. I have never had this much people support me and back me, to the point where I definitely not only am very surprised, but I didn't know how many people actually believed in me, you know? Or in my heart, or just by the things that I do. And they gave me a really cute book, and the saying on it is like, please keep believing in you, believe in your work, and believe in all the good things that you do for us, you know. And it was beautiful. So I celebrated that today, because I did not see that coming after, because I was at the beach with my kids, and then I got a phone call, hey, come as you are, I need to talk to you. And I was like, oh great, you know. And all I kept thinking was about the things that I did before I left. I got a lot of people upset. I ruffled the feathers, but I was firm, and I said no, and I'm not going to justify myself. So I left, and when I came in, I guess because I did what I did, you know, I got my wish fulfillment, let's just say that. So the A8 portal is going to bring in a flux of energy. So ask yourself, or ask the universe, to either show you the truth or show you what's hidden, okay? And that you need to tell the universe that you are ready to see what's hidden, because that's another thing. You need to be open to receiving, you know, the truths about you, you know. And the last couple of days I was working with someone, and I got a little upset for a minute, you know, like I got triggered, let's say. And he looked right at me and said, "You are so much better. Don't be triggered. You're better than that." And I said, "You know what? You're right. I'm so sorry." So you always need that one person to be like, "You know what? Open your eyes." But you have to be open to see it, you know? So anyways, you're going to see something, major truths are going to come in because the full moon is coming in. So expect sudden changes. Also, especially for the feminine energies, your wishes will be granted. Because and it's going to come in threes. So I got my first one and I'm waiting for the other two because it's been a long journey. So, and I've been struggling for a really long time. So yay to that. And if any of you out there got your wish fulfillment today before this full moon, so masculine men, this energy is going to bring in clarity, and you're probably going to have to take action towards something so that you have your wish fulfillment in a sense. I do feel like the men are going to get them, the masculine men, the ones that are doing the right thing, but something has to be revealed to them. It's almost like there's a balance, there's an injustice, and they gotta like put that puzzle piece together. And I feel like they're going to get that either on the AA portal or on the full moon, okay? I will be putting out a full moon horoscope, full all signs horoscope reading, but I just wanted to put that out there like, hey, the AA portal is coming, so your heightened sensitivity, your higher self or your soul, however you want to look at it, is going to be screaming, and it's going to be really loud, okay? So you're going to be guided to make sudden changes and sudden moves. These are going to be quantum leap timeline, okay, jumps. It's almost like the universe and the divine is going to say, okay, you men or masculine energies, it's time for you to rise above, okay? Because like I said, when I was at the beach and I was listening, all the feminine energies were just complaining about how these masculine energies, even in my workplace, even the men, like a couple men in my workplace were like, what happened to all the men? And even my kids, they even had a conversation like, you know, what happened a long time ago for all these men to all of a sudden not step into their masculine energy? What oppressed them? What in their life changed, you know? So I think that that's going to come, and they're going to quantum leap, because we're going to see sorry, rebuke and cancel. But I'm already seeing the tables turning. So as we rise, you're going to see all that was against you fall. And when I say fall, it's going to hit tangibly, okay? Anything that fed their ego, okay? A lot of the masculine energies have to sever ties with their past, because I feel like a lot of the feminine already, like, we jumped on that wave a couple years ago. And I think a lot of us on the you know, everyone's on their own journeys, but a lot of people already did that like long time ago, right? So some of us went through spiritual awakenings or whatnot, but this AA portal, when it brings in this energy, you're gonna feel like nauseous, you might get headaches. It's your body recalibrating and getting ready for the new timeline, because a lot of us are going to step into leadership positions, and I already have now. So congratulations to those. And I'm actually hoping that all of you get some really good news on the AA portal. I had to expose some people, and honestly, they did it to themselves, you know? They all do, you know? So I'm just gonna jump right on in. But if you do have headaches, just make sure you drink water. I do not suggest you fasting on the 8th and the 9th. It's not a very good time to fast. But do watch out for accidents. Watch your speeding. Something about accidents on the 9th. And on the 8th, watch out for people being in their emotions. Like, you're gonna, if someone has been hiding, let's say, their emotions, or they're not stable, they are really going to show that they're not stable. Some people might actually start getting illnesses because they didn't want to release their, well, they're getting an illness because they're having, their bodies are having a hard time digesting this higher frequency level. Something about lights and electricity. We might, and I've already been having problems with our internet. So maybe heightened sensitivity with lights. Lights might be flickering. Maybe we're all gonna lose power. I know that that was a huge thing, but it's coming. The shift is coming. More people are starting to say it might happen in 2006. Nobody knows when it's gonna happen, right? When the Earth shifts into the new era, none of us know. We're not supposed to. But when it happens, right? Anyways, let's just get a few cards and dive right in. What people do not see coming. There might be a lot of endings and deaths to the situation. Again, my condolences, but if you know some people that might be ill, we're talking sudden deaths, like a car accident or someone slips and falls and hits their head. Something about somebody's knee. But also waking up to who in what is not serving your highest good. So what you didn't see coming is you might be ending, or a situation is going to end because why? Maybe you've been dealing with someone that's not in their best interest. This is the Empress in reverse. So there are some feminines out there that, this is feminine energy. She is the opposite of the Empress, but she is not a very good person, not a very good mom. She doesn't take care of herself and she doesn't take care of the kids. So there is going to be an ending. Maybe there was a death in her family. Maybe she's going to pass. Why? Because the contract is now broken. Or the devil is leaving her. The contract is now broken. Why? Because now it's time for someone else to have it all. This is wish fulfillment. This is the Ten of Pentacles. She caused something, but she still was destined and fated to have it all. So there's a huge ending coming to this woman so that the right person can have it all. That's wish fulfillment. That's having it all. That's having loyalty, tangible things. That's having it all. Why? Because this Ten of Pentacles, before she got the Ten of Pentacles, she went through a lot of struggles. This is the Ten of Wands. This is carrying heavy burdens, carrying a heavy struggle. And that's why she now is going to have it all. I was not expecting to get a wish fulfillment today. And when it happened, I was like, oh my God. And when I got in the car and I told my kids, because my kids had to come with me, we were sitting in the car and I looked at them and I said, they looked at me and they said, just be grateful. And I said, I want to be happy, but I'm scared. And they were like, nope, let's be grateful. So we went and got ourselves a bumpy cake and some ice cream. And we celebrated that way. Why has she been struggling? Because people have been lying to her. And also someone's, her struggles were caused by people lying and not being truthful and honest. Well, could be fire sign energies, but I wanted to say some of you younger men out there are going to have to take action. And you might be taking action away from this Queen of Pentacles girl, lady. She's the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles loves nature. She's usually a good businesswoman. She might have money. She could be wealthy. And anyways, she is celebrating. And someone took action and was not paying attention to her at all. Why? Because he was too busy lying. And now she's celebrating. Maybe he was lying on her. It's lying, cheating, and stealing behind this girl's back. This person caused, so there's now two energies causing this Queen of Pentacles. Now it could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. It could just be a woman that was wealthy, but you got two different type of energies that caused this lady's struggle. And now she's celebrating. Why? Because a wish fulfillment finally came in. If you have children, it's time to reconcile. Or maybe your kids need to, the kids are gonna have a new emotional beginning. So if you have kids out there or you know a kid, maybe an apology is gonna come into this lady. Maybe she has kids, maybe she celebrated with her kids. At the end of the day, they're getting a new Ace of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment and reconciliation. So some of you might be guided to reconcile something with your kids. Or if some of you out there are single parents, single moms, or single feminine, maybe you carry the feminine energy. Maybe you are going to be reconciling something with your children and you're going to be celebrating, but you're going to start a brand new emotional beginning. Why? Because you guys were blocked from something. Somebody caused an injustice to them. Anyways, let's change the energy up. What else do we need to know to move forward? It's time to heal. Now they can heal. The AA portal is going to bring in some healing energy. Sometimes it is hard to face truths, especially hard truths. You know, let's say you were the monster. You know, maybe you said something wrong. I mean, I did when I was at work and that guy said, no, don't do that. You're better than that. You're a much kinder person than that. So don't do that. And I said, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. So heal. It's time to heal. I don't even remember what I said, but it must have not have been good. What they don't see coming, someone is going to do the right thing. This is kind of like a rescue mission in a sense. This person has been struggling. Maybe she's got kids. Anyways, she's getting her emperor. So someone is going to do the right thing. This is masculine energies, timeline jumping. So a lot of masculine energies might be going, they might go through a rapid, because a lot of the feminines are already healed on a certain level and the males haven't really caught up. You're gonna see like a rapid change in a lot of masculine energies. What took maybe us 3 years or 4 or maybe 7 might take them a day, boom. And you're gonna be like, why? It's because that's the way the universe works, right? It's all about timing. You know, like I said, God can wake people up, has the power to wake people up. The divine does. So the emperor is showing up and a lot of you masculines are gonna start doing the right thing. You're rising into your masculinity, taking leadership, taking ownership, accountability, and responsibility. That's good energy. Why? Because you're breaking free from a contract or you're divorcing someone. This could be a divorce. Maybe this emperor got a divorce. Anyways, he was sharing his money and he has a gift to give. He broke free from a contract and now he's coming in with a gift. And he's ready to share. Now he is ready to be an emperor and share his wealth with the hungry birds. See? I know my past reading, the last time I got this, there was a man that was holding on to all of his stuff. He was just hoarding it. He didn't want to share it. Well, now he broke free and now he's ready to do the right thing and share his wealth. Anyways, he's coming in with gifts. So if you are this single woman, stand by because like I said, this is turning of the tides. Or, you know, the table's turning. If you were single, you're no longer going to be single. You are going to be working together with someone. If you are with someone, you're probably going to get divorced so that you can have time probably to heal. Everyone's on different journeys, so this energy is just, you know, what's coming in. The emperor knows that there was an injustice, that there's an imbalance, and now he's ready to He's ready to pay some money for this injustice to be fixed. In other words, he knew that he did the wrong thing. He didn't do the right thing, but he's coming in to fix it. It's like a fix and repair kind of mission. It's nice energy. Might happen on or around the full moon, but he was hiding something. And because he was hiding something, I think around the full moon, a lot of you masculine energies are going to make your final decision. And it'll be at the full moon. And it'll be about a girl. He's gonna make his final decision. She's in her upright. She's upright. This is the Queen of Wands. Usually, typically younger, sexy, beautiful, creative. She's got some, look at that. She's got some loyalty. People are loyal to her. She knows where she's going. She knows what she's doing. This Emperor is going to make his final decision. He knows that there was an injustice, and he's coming in bearing gifts to make things right. Also, be careful. Hold on, it hasn't came up yet, so I'm not going to say it. They're in their upright position, so I don't feel that there's anything bad. But you can take it the other way. Be careful of manipulations. That's what you need to break free from. People that want to just want their power over you, or to manipulate you in some sort. Yeah, sever your ties with that. What this lady did not know, if you resonate with the Queen of Wands, she had to lose something she couldn't get back. Why? Because she was dealing with, this is the King of Wands. This man is abusive, usually typically fire signs, doesn't have to be, but aggressive, very mean-spirited, bitter. Anyways, she had to lose something she couldn't get back from this guy. But at the end of the day, she won the war. They might have had a battlefield. Maybe there was a divorce that she had to deal with. At the end of the day, he lost. He lost, like, she won the battle, but he lost. She lost the battle, but he wanted to win the war, but in reality, sometimes when somebody really wins, they actually lose. Well, this guy, the one that usually he abuses his power, he's not moving forward. He lost. And now ties are severed. So now this Emperor can now come in with bearing gifts, because now ties are now severed. The truth has already been out, I feel like. But for the masculine energies, I feel like they're going to be waking up to some truths. Yeah. Allah. This is the Queen of Swords. If you resonate with the Queen of Swords, typically an air sign, she going to be truthful and honest, but she was in a battle, but now she transformed and she's got a message coming in. So if you resonate with the Queen of Swords, or you're an air sign, maybe Queen of Swords energy is basically just someone who always tells the truth, is truthful and honest. But she is like a warrior in a sense, like, hey, I'm gonna cut you with the truth, but that's because she's been through a lot, right? But look, sunnier, better days are coming. Anyways, you got a message coming in that's gonna change something, and it's beautiful. And this message might come from work. Oh, that's funny. She might be at work when she gets this message. Maybe you'll be at work when you get this message. Why? Because it was destined and fated. Things are going to start working out. But be very cautious. Why do we need to be very cautious when things start working out? Because there are going to be some people that are not happy. This is the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is an unhappy family. They are not happy. Why? Because they are being guided to something. And yes, the real villain got exposed. They might not be happy, but they're going to be. I think they tried to control a situation, and they're mad because it didn't work out the way that they wanted to. But in the end, they are going to be happy. If they would just dig a little deeper, they will get their wish fulfillment. Okay? Anyways, right now, this is strategic planning. Somebody digging up, making a plan. So you or someone around you might be planning something. Now, the full moon that comes in is going to bring in some endings. I think it's the first time this year, the moon and the sun. So I think we're having a lunar moon or something. To make it the blood moon, I know it's the harvest moon, but to make it a blood moon, I think certain planets need to be aligned. I have to look into it. But anyways, yeah, see, dig deeper. I need to look into it. Anyways, maybe you need to come up with a plan. This is Virgo energy typically. Virgos like to have a plan, but someone is digging deeper. They're soul searching. They're looking at a plan. They're trying to make a plan. Why? They have 3 cups. They were handed a wish fulfillment, but they were so busy looking at what they lost. And now they need to come up with a plan. Why? Because they want their wish fulfillment. Some of you might need to dig deeper, do some soul searching, because maybe you've already been handed your wish fulfillment, but you haven't paid attention enough. This is a missed opportunity, but it's coming back around. Usually full moons mean if you don't make action or you don't pay attention, you'll miss that wish fulfillment, right? Anyways, a lot of you might be digging deeper, soul searching, or coming up with a plan so that you do get your wish fulfillment. Also, forgiveness. Forgive someone for a wrongdoing. You might have to forgive someone for a wrongdoing. This is, what would Jesus do? And if you don't, your soul won't be able to rest. You need to heal that broken heart. You won't be brokenhearted, though, when you forgive that person for a wrongdoing. Maybe that wrong person could be, maybe you need to just forgive yourself or forgive someone that actually did you wrong, okay? Maybe there was a Judas in the camp, let's just say that. And once this person forgives either whatever wrongdoing that happened to them, they're going to be traveling somewhere and they're going to have truth. That's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords energy is fast movement, typically coming in with some truth. They know what they want and they're willing to fight for it. So someone might come traveling or coming towards you. Maybe you need to travel to tell some truth. But it's a man on a white horse. He knows what he wants and he's willing to fight for it, okay? He's being divinely guided. He go on travel. So some of you males out there, air sign energy doesn't have to be, just any man. The divine woke you up. Now you got to go. You're going to be called into action. And you're being divinely guided. So the divine's going to stand right behind you. Why? Because the divine wants you to put matters into your own hands. There is some sort of manipulation and abuse that you needed to release yourself from. Were some of you men out there being manipulated, paying attention to too many people's opinions? Maybe you were people pleasing. Maybe you wanted to be the sheep and hang out with the larger crowd because, maybe you only had one loyal person, but a group of people is more entertaining than just one person that hangs out by themselves. At the end of the day, you were being manipulated or abused somehow. And you are being guided to release yourself from it. I feel like it was like a group of people. Could be one person, but you are releasing yourself from something. You're going to feel liberated. Some of you might need to release yourselves from a past. This is the Queen of Cups. It could be a mother figure. It could be someone in your family. She was only looking out for her best interest. She's not loving and kind. She does manipulate people. So a lot of you males, maybe it was your mom, maybe it was a sister or a sibling, and a girlfriend even, spouse. But whatever, at the end of the day, grandma, he's releasing himself and he's traveling and moving forward. Why did she do it? Because she knew he needed a new beginning and she wanted to put an ending to it. Okay? Don't worry, when you release yourself, she's still going to keep moving forward. She's not sorry, just so you know. Anyways, you completed a cycle. It's over. Now you're both moving forward and parting ways. Lessons learned? Yay. Lesson has been learned. Cycle is complete. Now this guy can move forward with the truth because he's no longer being manipulated by the Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh my God. Somebody, I keep playing with my eye now, so he really did not want to see it. So, yeah, they won't be calling each other or talking to each other no more. Why? Because God is stepping in. Oh my God. Something about your eye, you're not seeing something clearly and you need to wake up. Anyways, God has a message for us today. Pay attention. God's going to be speaking directly to you. All of us out there. Also, your priority needs to be speaking in a loving and kind way. He wants people to speak in a more kind and loving way, more with compassion. Why? Because there's something that you do not know, but you will know when you do it. Some of you, help will not be arriving. Why? Because you didn't look deeper into a situation. Wow. We got the King of Cups, could be a water sign or a man in love. And he's going to work together with somebody. He doesn't need to look deeper. He knows that he's got to bring in some heartfelt communication because he's going to work and build with someone. Yep, he made the right choice. Why? Because he released himself and now he's got the clarity and now balance is restored. And he ain't going to hit rock bottom. Why? He had to grow up and stop playing games and release the past. And now he can enter a new contract, a marriage, or a new relationship. 222. When I said that, it was 322 on my 3222 on my video. This is soulmate twin flames, divine counterparts coming together and having a loving and peaceful conversation. And when this happens, some people's stability is going to fall apart. Why? Because too many people got involved. It was a fight that should have never have happened. Because you were holding on to a past battle. You weren't protected. But communication by text or email, maybe a letter in the mail might be coming in. And some of them are going to lose their money, something tangible. We're talking houses. And they're going to walk away in their feelings. This is regret. If you are an earth sign out there, or a man with money and you're wealthy, you got your shit together. You got your eye on a girl that's all by her lonesome. She's the 9 of Pentacles. You guys are going to return back to each other. Bad news went to good news. This flew out. So watch out for certain females. It doesn't have to be females, but it is a feminine energy. This popped out of nowhere. So watch out for distractions, okay? Some people do not want you to put work and effort in. Some people are trying to stop couples from coming together. Why? I never understood the whole divine thing and the twin flames until I started hanging out with a twin flame couple. And I'm gonna tell you, now I see why, when twin flames come together, why people get jealous and want to tear that apart. The demons, the dark forces. Now I see why. It is an energy that is out of this world. And it's very healing. Like, they changed my life. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, when there's aggressive communication comes in, don't put any work and effort. Do not put any work and effort towards anybody trying to be aggressive, overly bearing, or force, like using their force. And his force might pop out of nowhere, right? Again, go back to what God said. Be loving and kind, or let go and let God. All right, well, we started that off. What else do we need to know to move forward today? Doing things a little different. Problems are going to be resolved. So there's going to be resolutions. Whatever was written in ink, nothing is set in stone. Pay attention to feathers. Feathers have meanings too. I kept seeing a white feather on the ground today. I saw a white one and a gray one. White one means truth. I don't know what the gray one means. Which would be funny because I asked the universe, show me the truth of the situation, and I got some truths. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. Get rid of those rose-colored glasses. Yeah, the truth hurts, but at least it's reality, right? Be truthful and honest with yourself. If you are a dragon of like your zodiac Chinese fire sign, or zodiacs, ooh, I said fire sign. Beware of self-delusion, okay? A period of funnel. Some of you have been in a period of frustration. Lessons are to be learned. If you don't learn them, you're going to be frustrated, right? So ask the universe, ask yourself, take a step back from the situation. What did you need to learn from that situation so you can move forward? Don't take things personally. We're here just to learn. Some of you might be frustration and have lessons to learn, and it stems from your own family. Why? Because you're a generational curse breaker. How do you know if you are one? Because you don't fit in your family. Anyway, something within the next couple days will be all about your family, or something with your family tree, so be aware. In Vine, seek out information that will help you. Now, use discernment when you do this, because there's a lot of people right now that are not out there for your best interest. And a lot of people are living in fear right now, more than you realize. Because when people meet me, I have lately been told, wow, you are a breath of fresh air. Thank you for being nice to me today. Like, it's that bad. And what flew out? Scales. The scales in justice. Balance is being restored. So keep your life in balance. At the scales of justice. The bottom of the deck. All this is happening. It's a change for the better. We're changing from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's time to fly. All right. Let's get an advice card, and then we'll move to the dice. Ooh. Oh, it's time. It's time to move forward. You're being asked to move forward. To move forward toward that dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You're ready. It's time. The time is now. No more holding yourself back. No more excuses. So yay to that. What do the fairies have to say? I know I said I was going to do the dice this time. The fairies were calling to me. Children need to be healed. Some of your children are a healer. Your connection with children might be a part of your life's purpose. Why? Healing, healed, and healer. Healing energy surrounds you and anybody that has children. Okay? So children will be significant in the next couple days, and also healing energy, okay, is coming in. All right, let's get to the dice. What do we need to know? Someone's getting their freedom. They're breaking free because the mask fell off. Some people might still be confused. Why? Because they haven't spoken up yet. Somebody has a question. Someone's finally going to take that, blah. I keep wanting to say jump, jump, jump. Someone wants to take that opportunity. They're jumping. They're moving out of their house. Why? Because they made a promise or like a contract with someone or an agreement. What goes around comes around. How it started is how it's going to end. Something about the Egyptian bloodlines is significant. Definitely going to see a lot of people tumble. Why? Because time's up. And a lot of you are heading towards happiness because you fulfilled like a puzzle. You got yourself out of the maze. You were not happy about it, and it was a big struggle. But now it's like your happiness is going to start fast forwarding. It's almost like a lot of people out there who felt like their life was stagnant and everyone around them was just moving forward, but you were staying still. All of a sudden, you're going to quantum jump. Somebody might need the umbrella tomorrow. It might rain. Music will be significant. Somebody is afraid to sing, and you need to let it out. Pack your bags. Someone's going on an adventure. Somebody's packing up their bags, and they're heading in the right direction. Going back to school is significant, obviously. Nope, someone's got the key. Ooh, be careful. Someone was playing a game, and the police will be involved. Someone might get pulled over. Be careful, don't drink and drive this weekend. I don't know that one. Somebody was wearing a mask. Something about a cowbell. Oh, take your bare feet and go on the ground. Some of you might need to ground your energy tomorrow and do it by, or clearing out your root chakra. So go barefooted on the grass outside and just like walk around for like a good 5 to 10 minutes and you'll get your balance back. A lot of you now is gonna, after this portal, your energy is going to change. So you need to be careful on what you say because you're going to be more magnetic. People are your energy now speaks for you. You walk into a room and you're going to be more magnetic. So you're going to start attracting opportunities and some people, your light's going to be shining that some people are going to have to put sunglasses on. You won't even have to speak when you enter a room because your energy is going to be magnetizing. And you're going to be, some of you might be, after the portal, you're going to be more able to manifest faster. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry. Again, time's up. Time's up. Someone's moving. Oh, and someone's freaking out. Why? Because they're too much inside their head and their house is upside down. Someone's house is going to fall apart. Someone might lose their house. Yeah. Once you get out of your head, you'll be able to... Somebody is not able to sleep because they're too much in their head. You need to take... Your brain needs to go on vacation because you're confused on which way to go. If you're confused on which way you need to go, that means you need to go outside and get grounded because the answer is already inside here. Some of you might be releasing or you put yourself in your own mental prison because you were running away from love or you never had true love. You're going to see a fall. You're going to see people, some people, whatever was given to them is going to be taken away like that. They are not going to be happy when they fall. And if you're already down, you're going to be rising. You're going to be the phoenix rising. And it's going to come fast. And people are going to be like, how did that happen? She was hurting last week and now she has everything. It can happen that quickly. Remember, God is setting a table and people are going to be real curious. Men, you need men or masculine energies, you need to step away from the greed. You have the spirit of greed around you. Some of you males out there need to move in silence, especially with matters of the heart. Keep your mouth shut when it comes to your love life. Move in silence. Some of you males need to not tell anybody or not tell people that you're actually going to be moving in, let's say, with your girlfriend or fiance or wife or whatever the case. Maybe you and your spouse buys a new house. Don't tell anybody. Move in silence. Because you got too many people digging in your business. They're too curious. That is weird, by the way. Yeah. They don't want to see you happy, especially if you're a male. Something about the spirit of arrogance, narcissist, resentment. There is a male that people don't want to see you happy, so you need to move away from them. You're not from that bloodline. Females, you need to be more hopeful. What you planted is going to come true. Why? Because you had the best intentions that came from your heart space. And you are moving away from abuse, narcissism, like you broke that. You cut ties with that arrogance, egotistical people or men or whatever the case may be. Something about you broke your ego and now you're more into your heart space. So now you're going to be able to, whatever you planted, you're harvesting it now in August. Yeah. Females, you might have a masculine energy that is trying to, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it is coming up. You have an insecure male that is around you. He might break into your house. His house is turned upside down. He might lose a house. I feel like there's a man that might freak out at you because his life got turned upside down and he's blaming you, but it's just a projection. You just need to keep planting that seed of hope because you're going to get what you want. Females, if you were lonely, you won't be anymore, and vice versa. You broke free from the spirit of loneliness. Some of you might need to get a pet. Anything else we need to know? Check someone's ID. Something about somebody's ID. identity theft and someone is not happy. Someone was using your ID or your identity. They were trying to be you, this copycat energy. This person got found out and they are not happy, and yeah, they are freaking out. And this is going to come out at the full moon. So if you have any fraud or identity theft, it is going to come out. Something about the full moon. The timing is right and time's up. Now that time is up, people are going to be moving really fast. Why? Because they got handed the key. Someone's going to be very successful. A lot of you are going to be very successful. And people are going to be freaking out. Awesome. A lot of you around the full moon is going to be the butterfly. If you had a question today, it's no. Backfire energy. If someone tried to lie or something, or they try to blame you, it's going to get turned around right back to that person. Also, be careful of slipping and falling. The number 11 is significant. And the number 2, again with the 2s. All right, well, that's all I got for everybody. Oh, before we do that, let's end this beautiful reading and clear our energy. What do we need to get rid of from the Declare and Decree deck? Sorry, these cards are like majorly huge and I got like baby hands. All right. Ooh. I think I feel like we had this one recently. All self-limiting beliefs are now destroyed and cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All self-limiting beliefs are now cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. Make sure you say that and release that. All right, well, thank you for sticking by. Let's end this beautiful reading. The next time you guys see me, it'll be my all signs full moon reading. I'm going to try to put that out tomorrow. Tomorrow in the evening, so you guys have it for the full moon day. And I'm also going to work on getting that one might come out a couple days late. I have a guided meditation I'm going to put out. I think I'm going to call it like Finding Peace or something. I don't know. Well, the number 2, but these are too many cards, so let's... Okay. 2 cards. The number 2 is significant. A lot of you are going to be entering new partnerships. Hidden you. So the full moon is all about hidden you. Darkness coming to light. Darkness coming to light. Either you or someone you know is or about to undergo an ego death. Those hurt, by the way. This occurs because we have drifted too far away from our authentic selves and are living lives that are not true to who we are. When we are being who we think we should be and not who we are meant to be, that's when this happens. This painful experience that occurs during our spiritual awakening is called the dark night of the soul. This is an intervention that was orchestrated by the universe, God, and the divine as a signal that it is time to get in touch with our deeper selves, revealing what it is that what we are truly hiding. It is within our pain and our struggles through the strength of our souls that was born on the backs of the moments like these that have brought us to our knees. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. Within darkness is where it teaches us about our power and strength, and that the light teaches us about humanity, humility, and love. This is one of the most painful healing processes in one's own journey. Space, time, compassion, and patience is needed during this process. When the masks come off, it's never easy. This 8-8 portal also, people might go through a spiritual awakening or an ego death, okay? Which is basically the dark night of the soul. And for the rest of you, let it go, let it go. Flush it. Letting go. Are you ready to experience a major shift? Maybe it's time for you to change your relationship with money, with yourself? Are you tired of being in financial debt, dealing with the same old repeated patterns that only cause you stress, worry, and anxiety? Money is just energy. It's neither bad or good. We as humans put an emotion to money and then we label it good or bad. So this card has came up twice now in the last couple days. The spirit of greed is around, and some of you need to change your relationship with money, okay? That's why this card came up. This may have stemmed from your childhood. Take this time to heal your relationship with money. There is always enough money to go around for everyone in this world because there's no such thing as lack. This card is to let you know that a new doorway to new creative spaces and new directions that were unseen before in matters of your finances, giving you a new mindset and for you to perform the art of letting go, bringing in healing, peace, abundance, and prosperity into your life. You can play victim or you can play creator, but you cannot be both. So you got to pick one. It's time to flush away all of your old negative patterns, debts, and all, because tomorrow always brings us a new day. A new day to live a better day and to be a better you. So grab a piece of paper or toilet paper, write your debts, wishes, worries, or any negative thought that you have, then roll it in a ball and then flush it down the toilet. That's it. Let go and let God. Then allow the universe to work its magic for you. This is the art of letting go. So what are you waiting for? Let it go. Let it go. Also, when I was reading that, what I was getting was, I forgot now. Something about being a better you. Oh, you don't compete with other people. You just need to compete with yourself. I don't remember what I was gonna say. That was significant though when I was reading it. I was like, I need to remember that. I don't know, but maybe somebody's gonna be quite forgetful. I know that when you've got that flux of energy, it has been happening to me a lot. Like I was at the grocery store and I forgot what I was there for. I knew I was there, but I didn't bring my list and I didn't have it on my phone. But I remember because my kids were like, hey, we need this, this, and this. And then when I showed up, I go, I don't even remember why I'm here. Anyways, that might happen because the energy is basically clearing us out. So we're letting go of the old and we are all moving forward into a new era, a new you. So until we meet again, good luck. Drink plenty of water, especially over the next 2 days because of this full moon. And we have a lot of heightened solar flares that's been going on. I know in my area where we live, the air quality is terrible. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, because you know what? It takes a village. It really does. Anyways, until we meet again, namaste.